still going on Spreaker.
Yeah, it's reconnecting.
It's reconnecting. All right. So if it drops again, we'll do it.
If it drops again.
I'm watching our green yellow. That's what really matters is where we're pushing out on kilobytes a second. But he made this. It was kind of like a threat, right? Against
it wasn't kind of a threat.
Oh, it was a threat against two Supreme Court justices, Gorsuch and
he said it by name.
Yeah, Gorsuch and
Kavanaugh.
And I mean, then pretty much got hammered on it. Came out the next day. I'm interested in your opinion. There's some talk about censoring him. They're saying that he broke a law because he threatened a sitting judge, not just any sitting judge, a Supreme Court justice. Yeah. Just what are your thoughts on that? Do you think it was also overblown by the right? Do you think some of the things were valid? Do you think he was taken out of context? I'm curious.
Okay. One, it was not taken out of context.
Okay.
He was giving a speech in reference to the rights of women on the steps of the Supreme Court. He utilized the names of two Supreme Court justices and straight up, told them that they're getting what they deserve, right? That you will reap what you sow.
Right.
And you the exact quote, I apologize.
Yeah, we're dropping in to me. Hopefully. Okay, let's see if this helps.
All right, so hopefully,
I don't know if it is or not.
You tune back in.
Oh, it's definitely not helping. Just look at the number of frames we're dropping.
I don't know.
26%. Yeah. Well, it seems like it may be dropping some, but we're keeping our rate. So we'll see. Anyways,
all right, so we're back.
Okay.
So what we were talking about was the threat of Chuck Schumer on the
on the Supreme Court justice.
On the Supreme Court justices. So, one, I do not think what he said was taken out of context. And the reason I say it wasn't taken out of context is because of the subject matter of what he was giving a speech on, the demographic to who he was giving the speech to, meaning the recipients of the speech, and the geographical location of the speech. So if you're giving a speech about abortion, about the right to life, or the right to choose on the steps of the Supreme Court, and you're invoking the names of Supreme Court justices, it is hard to use the argument, you're taking me out of context.
Right.
All right? All the context is there. So you can't use that, and if you are, you're being disingenuous with yourself, and you're being disingenuous with the public that you serve in your constituency. No, you made a personal decision to use that platform, and you said what you said. Now, that's one. Two, there's the hype level. Mm-hmm. All right, this guy right here has fallen to hype. All right, and I've got worked up in moments, and I've said things that I probably shouldn't have said, and got too big for my britches, and not understood the implications of some of the jokes that I've said, or figures of speech that I've used, that could be construed as attacks on people, right? So he's human. Everybody's human. But there is no excuse for doing that.
Right.
Now, do I think that this is federal news, national news, no. I think when we harp on little sound bites, and it doesn't matter who it is, when we harp on little sound bites and we try to make something out of it, we lower ourselves as a society. I believe that. Now, he lowered himself by doing it. There's no doubt. Just like a president has lowered himself by making statements that were unbecoming of himself and unbecoming of his position and unbecoming of his status. Like,
right.
You know, like, now, if he, and this is where I get frustrated, because what he did is he threatened 2 Supreme Court justices, and he should have to answer for that,
right,
in some capacity. Do I think he needs to serve federal time? No, because I would make the same argument if a member of the other party, got ran up in the hype and said something stupid. I'd be like, slap him on the wrist, teach him a lesson,
right,
make them apologize.
Yeah.
Let's maybe have a little beer summit or a scotch summit. I say beer because Kavanaugh likes beer. We learned that.
Yeah,
he likes beer. And, maybe you should sit down, have a beer with Kavanaugh, and, be like, no hard feelings. I really don't want the angry mob to kill you.
Right, which is almost what it seemed like he was instigating.
Right. So, let's be adult about it. Let's show that, we have the faith and confidence of the people of the United States, our constituency, and work those things out. I definitely do think, though, that there's a double standard. And if somebody else on our side of the aisle said, what he said, there would be some, crap. We tried to impeach the President of the United States over a conversation that didn't have anything even implied.
Right.
When you come out and you say this, there's no difference to, say Kathy Griffin holding up, an effigy of, the President of the United States decapitated. It's in bad taste, and, the validity of the threat should be looked at.
Right.
And then, you're a leading member in the Congress of the United States. You should, apologize. And I think, calling up, Gorsuch or Kavanaugh and being like, hey, man, let's... I
was letting the emotion get the best of me. My hype people were out there, and
I drank some of the stupid juice beforehand out of the, cafeteria down there at the Cannon building. I got on the steps, and I got, fired up. My bad.
Right.
Let's have a beer together. Let's have a moment where we can sit down, shake hands, and maybe, I know this is crazy. Let's actually have a dialogue about it.
A civil discussion? A
civil discussion about the topics. And maybe he would learn something from them, or maybe they would learn something from him. I absolutely love watching Louder with Crowder's, little pop-up table things where he says a subject matter and this change my mind.
Right.
And people are like, well, he's a right-wing kind of guy. He is. But that's not why I like him. I like him because, he is willing to sit down.
And have it, yeah.
And he's not hey, let me go hang out in the Young Republicans office of, right, a super conservative school. No, he's going to wherever he goes. He goes to the bastions of liberalism. He goes to the bastions of progressiveness or whatever, and then it's give me your position and defend it, and in a very civil manner, sometimes entertaining. Two people are able to sit down and have a civil discourse, dialogue, and walk through things. And he is open to having his mind changed.
Right.
Hence, the whole thing. And I think we need more of that on both sides. We need to take opportunities to talk to each other about stuff. So I absolutely think that there should be a beer summit.
President Obama started that.
Hey, and that was I honestly I thought that was a bold move on his part.
Yeah.
I think, hey, you know what? Let's just show that we are above this fray. We are above this, but we're also we're human beings. There used to be the saying, I put my pants on one leg at a time, just like everybody else. You can't say that now because it's sexist. But
women wear pants.
Right.
Why is it sexist?
Well, I'm just saying,
I guess you could wear a skirt.
Yeah, whatever. Find a better saying. I say pants because that's what I do.
Yeah.
But I want to caveat this conversation with something else, because this got a lot of hype, right?
Yeah.
This got a lot of hype. It got run through the channels. I'm seeing, because I have a very diverse, social media collection of friends, and I love my diversity. I love all that stuff, and I'm seeing it from both sides. This got a lot of traction. But what's not getting traction at all, and this is mind-blowing, is the former president of the United States said that it was okay that he had an affair because it was just helping him manage the anxiety.
Woo, you went there.
I'm like, so one.
I wanted to see that.
Got it. Stressful job. Most powerful man on earth. Okay. Stressful job.
There's a lot of people. A lot of people have anxieties. Not demeaning that. A lot of them they see a therapist. Some people drink. Obviously not great. Some people take drugs. Not a good thing either. Some people just talk it out with family and friends and loved ones. Some people pray. They go to church. They put it at the altar. Some people meditate, do yoga. Some people go hiking. They go ride bikes. They do whatever that helps them get rid of the anxieties, calm down, focus on what's important in life. Don't let things get to you. I guess some people also...
to manage my stress, I sexually manipulate a young intern.
Young interns, fresh that is subordinate to me.
Yeah.
No
one's even talking about that. The former president.
It wasn't like it was one of those Project Veritas things.
No.
He was I'm sitting in front of a camera with a light set, Mike. I'm going to talk about this on the documentary about my wife, right? Yeah, I should have did it. Yeah. What excuse is going to? Your wife comes home and catches you.
Oh my
and
goodness.
you are business deep into a 19-year-old young lady in your couch in your living room. Sorry, honey, I had a hard day at work.
Yeah.
Just like the president.
Ain't
gonna fly, Jack.
Hey, honey, you don't understand the pressure
I'm under. You don't understand the call. Have you seen the stock market? I'm sorry, honey. The stock market is freaking...
But here's a seated president. A formerly seated president sitting down in front of
Are we? Oh, I think people missed that. We were in a... yes.
Sitting down in front of television cameras, a reputable filmmaker, and it's talking about this in reference to a documentary being made on
He could have said so many other excuses. He could have said, I had a weak moment. There's not an excuse. I'm a man.
All right, first of all, let's stop using the word excuse, because the maximum effective range of an excuse is 0 meters.
Yes.
So
but he could have.
He could just.
He could have said all kind of stuff.
Taken ownership.
But to say anxiety, I've had anxieties. Do they make medicine for that? There's people take stuff for medicine.
So part of me was he said that because he's setting her up. So when she's the president, she can have affairs because they're probably still not together.
I can't even.
So she's she's having affairs, and it's it's okay because
she had an affair because obviously
it's here to manage anxiety.
Chelsea don't look anything like Bill, so that's a whole other story. And
man, ruthless. So this is my friend Troy. He is not suicidal.
Nope. Not gonna happen. No. I can't think of the guy's name. He was one of the ones that committed suicide with a shotgun blast back of the head. He was the Whitewater guy. And we look just like Chelsea. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's all over.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, of course you don't.
I love my family. I don't want to die.
I just say it could have used a much better. I don't know if it shows complete ignorance or big cojones to sit down on a chair with a mic and a light set and cameras on a documentary about your wife to talk about why you cheated on her and used excuse as sad as that?
No, like that was about as Bush League.
That's even more so than us in our production.
No, like that was like straight up like that was sorry.
Yeah.
That's sorry.
That's big cojones there.
No, like, hey.
That's bigger cojones than Mark Seavey going to the White House. I'm just saying. Which is some pretty big cojones too. Maddie Burden's watching, so I can drop that one. I don't know if Bells is still watching.
Shout out to CV.
Yeah. But,
shout out
anyways,
to CV.
Hey, we've been going about an hour 20.
Yeah, we got to go.
Hour 18. We got to go. Toby and I haven't even eat yet. We got a lot of stuff going on. Sorry, I know we had a couple of technical issues going on tonight. Don't know if it was the Wi-Fi. Don't know if it's the computer. Thank you for those sticking with us. You guys kept jumping back. I kept watching our numbers jump right back up there. That, I know I can say for me and Toby both, makes us feel really good. Right? Are we going to do the little, what's that heart thing? Look at that. Huh?
Where's your heart you?
I can't believe we just did that on air. And we're not even drinking. Yeah. Just to be clear, we are sober as can be. But thank you so much because it means a lot to you guys jumping on. And I think this is part of the scientific fact that people like us just in the same as we just talking and going over stuff. Then even though we have some high-speed technology, which our videos are side by side, we obviously just play off of each other a lot easier here. So thank you for joining us here on Stu and the Nut on this special Monday night episode on March 9th. We'll be back next Thursday, which I don't even know what day that is.
It's next Thursday.
It's next Thursday, not this Thursday, the 12th, because that won't happen.
It's next Thursday. I think
but
it's
it'd
the
be the 19th.
18th or 19th.
Yeah. So we'll be back then. I'm sure Rob will be like, it's this night. We already got guests booked up. Maddie B, why are we sober? Anyways, so we'll be back then, not on this week. I do want to highlight, was brought to my attention the other day, Toby, that in about in a 2-week time frame, we had Leap Day. Last night we had a full moon. And this Friday's Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
All together. So, and we got the coronavirus. You may want to turn, if you're having some anxieties, turn to the Book of Revelations.
Yeah. Or if you have a real problem with anxiety, may I suggest with the former president of the United States that have lots of sex.
Yes.
Just sex it up. Sex.
I mean, he's the most powerful man in the world.
From his lips to the devil's ears.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah.
But anyways, thank you for joining us. We appreciate everyone's time with us tonight and tuning in and putting up with our some of our technical issues. It means a lot. We love you guys. We thank all the fans and people watching. And it's not just my mom, which is great, and everything like that. Thank you. Have a good week. Have a good Thursday night. And you got outro on there too. You can play it.
Oh yeah. Hey, we can get all kinds of
get fancy. Okay.
No. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna play a little song on the way out.
All right, play a little song on the way out. Here you go, everybody. Have a good night. Thank you very much.
Snapped on my Liberty bibs, what a Levi Garrett packed between my lip and my gum. America. Got mud kicking off of my Red Wing boots, sweat stained tank top, and my full leather boots keep it tucked.
America.